the No Faith channel, checking in. And frankly, today I need your help. Today I want to talk about the Rep Fitness Equipment Apollo half rack that they just released. I want to get into the details and frankly just ask you, should I pick it up to review for a future Dad's Home Gym review? First things first though, I am dying with regards to energy, so we're just gonna top this off. Don't judge me. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, hey, by all means, give it a like and hit that subscribe button. On this Dad's Home Gym series, I'm typically in my basement reviewing pieces of, you guessed it, home gym equipment. But I do like to, frankly, pick up new pieces of equipment, and I've always got my eyes and ears open for new pieces of equipment. Why? Because my subscribers help facilitate this channel. They use all of my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, and all the proceeds go into future reviews. So obviously it's easy for me to try to run out and grab stuff to pick up and use and review for future content. Now when it comes to barbells or dumbbells and stuff like that, I can pick those up fairly easily because the cost point is relatively low, okay? And it's not inexpensive, but it's not gonna bust the bank budget. But today I've got a brand new drop, a brand new release from a Rep Fitness Equipment. And I want to get into it because 2.5 weeks ago, I told you that Rep Fitness Equipment was edging us, that they were teasing us from 2021 with all the stuff they were going to drop this year. And what did they do? Well, let's just dive in and talk about it. First and foremost, Rep Fitness Equipment in 2021, at the very end, they said they were going to do so much stuff. And then they came into 2022 and it was crickets. They dropped a few teaser reels. Here's one of them. Look at this thing. They dropped a teaser reel on their cambered swish bar, and it was all just highlights. All just couldn't get enough of it. Okay, couldn't get enough of it. Who wouldn't want to buy it after watching this thing, huh? Awesome. And it dropped. I grabbed one. I did a review. I'll put that link in the description. And I'll be completely and utterly honest. I thought instantaneously that they were going to go at least 4 to 6 weeks before talking about any new equipment while their cambered Swiss bar was brand spanking new. And honestly, I thought it was going to be almost 2 months before their next new release. Well, they just jumped up and bit me by surprise. Here is their new Apollo half rack. And man, it looks good. They actually use a PR 5000 frame on it so that a lot of the PR 5000, I should say all the PR 5000 attachments are able to be used with it. So a lot of versatility there, and it has a much smaller footprint, and it has a much more stable footprint. Some of the people I talked to regarding this piece of equipment said that they were able to do kipping pull-ups on this without having any issue or movement on the half rack itself, and the half rack again was not bolted to the floor, and that's impressive. Oftentimes when you get a rack, if you don't bolt it to the floor or you don't weigh it down properly, kipping push-ups are out of the question, frankly. So my question to you is, should I pick this up? I had been looking at this thing and it looks great in terms of people with small spaces. Now I will be the first to tell you that if you have the space, if you have the funds, if you have the ability, you certainly should get a full rack, okay? No questions about it. A full rack's gonna beat a half rack any day. But most of us don't have that unlimited amount of space. I know there's some people out there that simply, literally built a brand new garage just to put their whole home gym in it. And some people have massive basements that they have their home gym in. And frankly, I know a lot of people are out there just trying to get by in like a small section of their home garage, and they still have to pull their car in. And some people are doing the whole CrossFit thing where they just need a limited amount of equipment and they can go to work. And oftentimes, even if you have the space for a power rack, you need that space for other equipment if you're trying to squeeze in a runner, an echo bike, a whole host of other types of equipment that you want to get in, that if you had a full-size rack just wouldn't be doable. One of the things that this reminded me of, as soon as I saw it, it reminded me of Basement Brandon. Whoa, man, he's looking good. This is an old video of, he had a Rep Fitness PR 5000 power rack that he converted into a half rack. And you can see he used the 16-inch spacers with these two members in order to simply cut the space in half. And then the bottom of it were these feet supports. And I'm going to try to play this video so you can see some of how... Oh, his audio quality is ridiculously good. Oh, he's got a sponsor. He's going to throw his sponsor in there. Let's see if we can get a better look at how he did this. Yeah, so you can see how little space it is in terms of the footprint, and it even has the pulley attachment in there as well. But when I talked to some of the people at Rep Fitness, and when I talked to some of the people that had these shorter racks, one of the issues was stability, predominantly not on the benching so much, or the squatting for that matter, but for kipping pull-ups and a lot of the other like kind of explosive type movements you would do with that pull-up bar. So this half rack, this Apollo build half rack, is really the middle spot between there. So it's got a much more supportive base than just if you went with the PR 5000 parts. Now, just for S's and giggles, I actually went through and priced out the PR 5000 if I went with Basement Brandon's setup that he had shown in the video, and it cost more. Okay, just putting it out there, it costs more than the Apollo build that you can see here, or that I'll do in a second. And obviously money is another issue. And again, I can't say it enough, if you can fit a full-size rack in your home gym, go with the full-size rack. But let's do this price point. Let's price this out. Let's build one of these. This is going to go in my garage if I do grab it. So I want the full height so I can do some pull-ups. What do we think we're going to do? We're going to do red. We're going to do black. Let's do red and red. Let's just go all red all the time. Logo cross plate, sure. Let's get massive support. Let's go heavy. Storage horns, gonna need those to store the weight, and I think that's gonna be part of what's gonna really keep this thing snug into the ground. If you had the PR 5000 half rack that Basement Brandon showed, you would definitely need to store a lot of weight on that thing in order to keep it from going anywhere. Now the pull-up bar, you can do two. You could do the 1 1/4. You could do this type of pull-up bar, which I'm a big fan of. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the 1 1/4 for those of you who do CrossFit that want to do kipping pull-ups. And then we're going to do rounded sandwich cups. I'm actually a fan of the flat sandwich cups, but I know a lot of people like rounded, and you can save. It's more money. Of course, it's more money. Well, we're going to go with those J cups. Now, you can put in a lat low row attachment with rear stabilizing bars. So that's one of the nice things. Again, you can get a lot of functionality out of a limited amount of space. They're out of stock. I'm sure they're going to come back in stock soon. Then we're going to do spotter arms so we can bench and squat outside or with the Apollo rack. Skip the dip attachments. Skip the peg bands. Leg roller attachment. Now, that's going to be something you're probably going to want if you go with the lat and low row attachment, because you're going to want to have something to kind of keep you in place when you're going heavy on the pull down. And of course, the wall ball target. So this is 1719. Wow, that is up there. But as we know, it's 2022, and Rep Fitness isn't charging more than market value. Steel prices have remained high, shipping prices are high, and inflation is like, I think, a 20 or 30-year high at 7.5% inflation. It is ridiculous. So that is a substantial amount of money. However, as we all know, these things last forever. And I really think that most people who are going to be going with the Apollo route, with the Apollo route half rack are really limited on space, but they want that functionality. And what's great about this, at least in my opinion, because it's made from all PR 5000 parts, if you want to upgrade, or if you just move to a bigger space, you can simply just buy the remaining PR 5000 parts that you need, which wouldn't be many, in order to convert this to a full-sized rack, and you are off to the races. So something to consider, something to think about. Comment below, should I pick this up? Fair enough. Should I pick this thing up or not? Yes or no? It's a good chunk of change, and I just don't know if people are interested. So maybe don't comment if I should pick it up. Comment if this is something you would use in a home gym. I know there's a ton of CrossFit people out there and CrossFit-minded people out there that just love to do varied workouts in a small space, which is what all they've got, but they don't need much to get a great, crazy workout in. So I am curious if you're interested in Basement Brandon's half rack. I'm going to link it in the description below. It's only fair that we give him a few extra views. This poor guy, he's got 84,000 on it already, so he needs a few extra to help him out, support his home gym addiction and truck habits. As far as Rep Fitness, I'm excited. I'm excited that they dropped this one. after so closely dropping the cambered Swiss bar. It'll be interesting to see when their Aries is coming out. That's probably one of the most talked about pieces of equipment. I personally am excited for their safety squat bar, as well as their hex bar that I think they're going to be releasing this year as well. So if Rep Fitness, if you're watching, send a few over for me, hook a brother up. Anyway, we've come far enough. I gotta drink this energy drink and get to work. Hopefully you've commented below whether I should pick it up, and we'll see in the future if I grab this one. As usual, thanks for watching. If you're interested in supporting the channel, check out the affiliate links. If you're interested in supporting Basement Brandon, check out his video in the description of this video. So, listen, I've said enough. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.